Well, welcome to Nutrition Weekly. We're talking to Brenda Doobie with the United Supermarkets family, and this week we're going to talk about gluten-free on a budget. Now, Brenda, you and I have talked about I'm sugar-free, gluten-free, and when I first started doing this, it's like, good grief, I'm going to have to take a loan out or refinance my house.
Well, we know that there's about 1 in 133 people that actually have celiac disease where they can't have gluten-free.
Okay.
So that's about 1% of the population.
Now, I don't. I just have to be gluten-free. But yeah, the people with it, it's very serious.
So we've had a popularity in the category of people for various reasons are going gluten-free. So what's happened is the national brands have stepped in and started bringing lots of different products, which helps to bring that price point down because there's lots of variety out there.
Right, gotcha.
So I wanted to bring some items here that aren't necessarily found in just the gluten-free section. This is found throughout the store.
So like the pastas, you would actually look in the pasta section.
You would find them in the pasta section.
Okay.
And the pasta can be made from rice, from quinoa, from corn. You might want to try and see which is your favorite.
Look at your ingredients, especially if you have to avoid corn like I do. Make sure that you're either getting the pasta that has the quinoa or the brown rice in it.
If that's what you're trying to avoid, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. All right, now next, and I've tried the gluten-free pasta and it is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
I make my husband regular and then I make me the gluten-free.
Yeah.
So that way we're both just very happy.
There you go.
And then I don't feel like I'm losing out.
Yeah, and actually they're pretty good.
They are.
I mean, he might even like them if he tried them.
But when you're boiling them, I will caution you that it kind of has a tendency, if you boil it too long, it will break down a lot faster than regular pasta.
And it depends on what type of flour, again, it's made out of.
Gotcha. Now next, I'm loving the cookie. What do we have?
So there's all kinds of cookies. This is the stuff that usually gets missed one of the most things. So our breads, our cookies in here. So these are some cookies that are already made. And look, these are just mixes.
And you would find those with the other mixes in the baking section.
Right, where you find the cake mixes and the cooking mixes and so forth. They're delicious.
They look delicious. I'm gonna have to try one of those cookies. But again, gluten-free doesn't necessarily mean sugar-free. So look at your ingredients, especially if you're having to watch your sugar.
Correct. That is a misconception most people have, is it's gluten-free, so it's healthy.
Yeah.
And it's still a treat. It's great that we have these options, but it's still the once in a while treat.
Right. If you're gluten-free or especially diabetic, look at your ingredients. Now, tell me about the soup. I love Progresso soup. I'm very intrigued by this.
A lot of people don't realize that there is gluten in soup because a lot of times they use a thickener.
And that's why I feel puffy when I eat it. Yeah.
So they have gluten-free options, and again, Progresso, other companies definitely make those.
Wonderful.
Available.
All right, now let's move to the cereal, because normally if you're gluten-free, that's just off the table completely. But I'm really intrigued that we have Chex Mix and other cereals.
And I just brought a few samples. I mean, there's different varieties and flavors of these.
Okay.
But they are available with the regular cereal.
Not in the gluten-free section, but with the regular cereal.
Right.
Now I'm going to try one of these corn Chex.
We have, they're really good. We have over 2,500 items available in the stores that are gluten-free. That also includes your naturally gluten-free fruits, vegetables, meats, dairy. Okay. So when you're looking at gluten-free options, there's a huge variety out there.
Now let me ask you real quick, because I do know from experience that the pasta, it runs about the same price point as other pastas, maybe just up to 50 cents more, but that would be about it.
You can get, and then again, always watch for sales and shop the sales.
Gotcha.
If you still want to watch them. But most of these run in a very similar price point to their, gluten-containing counterparts.
And incredibly affordable.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Brenda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And, I'm going to take all this home with me right now.